South Dakota on December 20th, 2021. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Smith.
Here.
Weinrice is absent. Bragg.
Here.
Robish.
Present.
Mayor Harrington.
Here. Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Agenda approval. Has everybody had an opportunity to see the agenda? Is there anything you want to add to it or delete from it or see?
Move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Commissioner Smith moved to approve, second by Commissioner Robish. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Smith.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay, thank you. Public forum. Public comments may be sent during a live meeting broadcast on the city's YouTube channel. This is a link based on the city's website at www.huron.sd.com. City government. In order to use the YouTube chat feature, please create an account with your YouTube and Gmail as you use in existing accounts. Please state your name and address for the record. Public forum is limited to a maximum of 3 minutes per person. And tonight, I know we got some public forum on here. Commissioner Robish has one, for example.
Thank you, Mayor. I guess I'm just going to throw a plug in here for the Boy Scouts. They have lit up our park, Memorial Park down here on Highway 14, and they did a very good job at it. And if you haven't had a chance, I'm just going to encourage you to go down there. They're going to try and have it lit up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of this week. And that might be the end of it, but they did a very, very good job for a small group, and hopefully they're going to try and build on that next year. So it looks very nice.
Yeah, it's really impressive when you approach it from Highway 14, come up by the ballpark, that all of a sudden there it is, it's just there. It's really neat.
Yeah.
They did a great job on that. Appreciate it. Somebody else got any more public forum tonight? All right, seeing none, we'll move on. Consent agenda. Matters appearing on the consent agenda are expected to be non-controversial and will be acted upon by the commission at one time without discussion, unless a member of the commission requests an opportunity to address any given item. Items removed from the consent agenda will be discussed at the beginning of the formal items. 4.1, minutes of December 13th, 2021 commission meeting. 4.2, fuel quotes by city departments. 4.3, appointment of Maria Gonzalez and Rick Sabers to the Business Improvement District Board. 4.4, dissolve the Community Garden Committee effective December 31st. 4.5, personal items. Recognize that Dwayne Bennett, traffic maintenance number 1, has completed his 1,040 hours and is eligible for supplementary benefits. Point 2, recommend hiring Monty Bentley as a part-time library clerk. 4.6, payment of the bills. I'd entertain a motion to approve.
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Okay, Commissioner Robish, motion to approve. Need a second?
Second.
Commissioner Bragg, second on that. All those in favor? Roll call vote.
Commissioner Smith.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. All right, good enough, thank you. Bid quotes, 5.1, and we have our engineers with us tonight. Brett, would you tell us what 5.1 is all about?
Absolutely. Thank you, Mayor. 5.1 is consider the following items from Midland Contracting, Inc. Bid number 2021-23, 3rd Street reconstruction from Union Street. It's actually Union Ave to Pennington Ave. First of all, we have the construction change order, which is the final. This is the first change order of the project. And basically, it's balancing out quantities on the project that weren't used, or if we went over on some quantities. That ends up being a net decrease of $70,796.54 to the contract. And the second item is pay request number 6, which would be the final pay request for the project to close it out, in the amount of $68,134.25. We recommend approval of both of these, and the project's finished. If you've been down there and drove it, it's very nice in the end here, the street, and looks very good. The grading along the sides of the street turned out nice. We're very pleased with it. And just wanted to note that this was a successful project for the city. You know, our design budget, we're $23,000 under design budget. As far as the construction budget, we ended up $187,000 under the construction budget. So just to, you know, hopefully every project's like this, but this was just a good one that ended up being successful. There were some challenges where we didn't have right of way, you know, to build this through there, and we worked through some of those things. And yeah, it was a good job. So an infrastructure design group was our consultant on it, and the combination of them and the city staff working on it, all departments, water, sewer, it's a good job, so.
And this is one we had problems with as far as moisture and stuff. We had to back off for a year.
Yeah, well, this is tying into that piece of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we did pave that piece of the project too, that we had to wait with the moisture up and down, but this tied in. This gave us some of the same issues. So one of the items that we had to do is we had to put down more stabilization material and blanket there through that, you know, stabilization fabric through there to kind of buffer that, because we were getting that same pumping right down by the Public Works facility there.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
thank you.
All right, any questions?
I would move to approve the change order and also the final payment request.
Commissioner Bragg, move to approve. Need a second on that?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Smith. Now, do we have any questions on this for Brett? Seeing none, need a motion, a roll call motion, please.
Commissioner Smith,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Thank you. Petitions and communications, 6.1, I'll read this one. Public hearing to consider a special event on sale beverage license filed by the James Valley Shriner Club for the annual indoor fishing event on January 15th at the Campus Center, Blackboard Hall, 333 9th Street Southwest. Paul Lynn's not here tonight, so was there any questions on that?
No, all the paperwork came through fine, and the finance office would recommend approval.
Okay, all right. I need a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
Commissioner Smith, motion to approve, second by Commissioner Robish. Any questions on this one? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Smith,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Thank you. Passed. 6.2, City Planner Barry, you got this one.
Yes. Earlier, this is a public hearing to consider the home occupation permit filed by David Anderson at the project address of 653 Utah Avenue Southeast to operate a business selling indoor gardening supplies, including those related to hydroponics in an area zoned R2, one family residential district. He intends to operate the business from a garage, not from his home. He is planning on constructing a garage. The hearing examiner met with Mr. Anderson. He unfortunately is not here tonight to answer any questions, but we did look at this project closely. The hearing examiner had a number of questions. He was mostly concerned about ongoing parking. And so, his comments are reflected in the minutes in your packet there. As staff, we approved of the project with the exception that we, since he's yet to construct the garage, it takes technically it's a different ordinance to allow him to operate from his house rather from the garage because there are square footage requirements. So our recommendation to the hearing examiner, and he agreed, was that Mr. Anderson not be allowed to operate this business from his house, only from his garage once the garage is constructed. And then along with that no outside storage be allowed. And then the hearing examiner, as you can see, he strongly suggested that the new garage be built closer to the house, away from the alley, to allow for some additional parking. if possible. The hearing examiner was concerned about, there are a number of garages there that entered from the alley, and he did not want to see that alley blocked for any extended period of time. So he was concerned about that, but he did understand what the applicant was trying to do. The applicant is trying to stand this business up for a temporary period from his home with the intentions if after 1 or 2 years the business takes off, he would move to a more commercial space.
Okay. Need a motion to approve?
I'd move to approve.
Commissioner Smith moves to approve. Need a second on that.
Second.
Commissioner Bragg on a second. Any questions for Barry on this one?
I would have a question.
Yes, Commissioner Smith.
So I assume there's been a building permit issued for the garage?
There has not, until such time as he wanted to get this done first so that he knew, but it's his intention to build a 3-stall garage.
Okay, I misread that then. I thought it said somewhere in there that he had started with, in his application it says building garage is in process.
Right. So
But
it's not been started, let me put it that way.
Okay,
But he wanted to make sure that he could operate this out of his garage.
so to comply with the request of the hearing examiner, is there going to be a variance?
No, the requirement would be that he must, since he is entering the garage from off of the alley in a perpendicular fashion, that he be at a minimum of 20 feet off the alley to allow for parking. So what the hearing examiner is strongly urging him to do, and he agreed he could do that, is to move the garage further into his property to allow, for example, instead of 20, maybe 30 to 35 feet, to allow for a little more parking area.
Okay. Admittedly, I didn't go by the place, so he must have enough depth in the backyard.
He does. He does have enough room back there to do that.
And all those suggestions and recommendations, Mr. Anderson was
Correct, he was. He,
okay with that?
yeah, he confirmed he was okay with moving that if need be.
When's he plan to have this open and up and going?
Well, I don't think he can get, if he hasn't got his concrete done now, he's probably not gonna get it started until spring.
Okay.
We don't require, as a permit process, we don't require them to do just a slab, for example. And so if he did get that done, he can do that outside of the building permit process, but he can't erect a structure without the building permit.
Any other questions for Barry on this one? See none, roll call vote, please.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, go
Just to
ahead.
clarify, so what the motion and the second, and what we're voting on would be to follow all those to say he can't do it until the garage is done out of his home and to do the setback, because the hearing examiner just strongly recommended that. But
Right.
we are voting that our approval is based on that additional setback. Is that correct?
Well, nobody stipulated how big that setback would be. And so if you're going to add that condition, I would like that to be clarified for the record.
Right now it's 20 feet right now.
Normally it's 20, I would recommend 30 to 35. Just even because you could park your vehicles leading into the garage on the apron, and you would still be allowed, a car is generally 9 to 10 feet wide, you could still pull up alongside there and not be blocking the alley.
Are you comfortable with 30 feet, Brian?
Yeah, no less than 30 as long as
Okay.
the applicant is
That's what
in agreement with that.
That's what we'd approve. And
I wouldn't have any problem with that, and I don't think Dave would either, he's got enough room to do that.
Then I would add that to my motion.
And my second.
No less than 30 feet.
My second as well.
You got a second on that motion too, okay. All right. Anything else? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Smith,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye.
Robish,
All right.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay, thanks, Barry. 6.3, Tucker, our city attorney, Tucker Valesky, will handle this one.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. Consider quitclaim deed to Greater Huron Development Corporation for Lot 2 of Southtown 3rd Edition, Block 5. This is for the property address at 2230 Frank Avenue Southeast. City has been holding it for Greater Huron Development Corporation. They have sold it, so this is to transfer it back to Huron Greater.
Okay.
I would move approval of the quitclaim deed.
Commissioner Bragg, move to approve. Need a second?
Second.
Commissioner Smith, second. Any questions for Tucker on this one? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Smith,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye.
Robish,
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay, thank you. 7.1, Tucker, please.
All right, thank you, Mayor. 7.1, resolution number 2021-07, rates and fees for city services effective January 1st.
Okay, I'm going to call on Janice, because Paula's not here tonight to explain this to us.
Basically, the changes have been updated. Some of them are per the rate study that was done. Some are just kind of annual adjustments that are done. They're in your packets, they've been underlined. I mean, we're not gonna go through one by one. Some of them are requested by the department heads, that type of thing. But it's nothing exactly out of line. And like I said, quite a few of these changes did come as a result of the rate study that's been done. So the finance would recommend approval, if you have no questions.
And these are, everything we have a charge for a rate is on here, whether it be the dog kennels or tags for dogs to our
Building permits.
building permits,
Solid waste disposals, yeah.
yeah,
It's
everything's on
anything.
here, yeah.
Cost of copies, I think, is probably even in there, you know, that type of thing.
And I would say the majority of them we did not raise. Would you say that?
No, there are a lot that have not been. Some of them
Right.
are just routine ones that,
Yeah.
you'll see some in water, sewer, and solid waste, a fair amount there.
Yeah, okay. Any motion to approve this?
Move to approve.
Mr. Smith, move to approve, need a second.
Second.
Commissioner Robish. Any questions on this for Janice? Yes, Commissioner Smith.
And maybe just a point of clarification with Janet, which he's saying that the water sewer rates are indicative to the study that was done, not the whole rate study. Or, excuse me, not the whole rate increase. It was more, the study was defined to the water and sewer.
Correct.
Correct.
Yes, I see what you're saying. Yes, that is correct.
And also, some, like, for instance, in solid waste, they did add a mixed bulk load, that the idea is to actually make it easier for the users to be able to come out and not have to necessarily sort through every single thing. They can just pay a flat rate, quickly drop it off and go, and then the staff will sort it out. So there were, a lot of these are also things to make it more user-friendly as well.
Okay. Any other comments on this? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Smith,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye.
Robish,
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay. All right, departmental items. 8.1, announcement, city offices will be closed on Christmas Eve, Friday, and December 24th. 8.2, it is going to be our garbage recycle holiday schedule, and Rich Bragg is going to, Commissioner Bragg is going to explain
Just
that.
another repeat, we covered this last week, but as we come up to these holidays, As far as Christmas, the solid waste department will be closed on Friday, December 24th and Saturday, December 25th for the Christmas holiday weekend. Friday's garbage and recycling will be picked up on Wednesday, December 22nd. Friendly reminder that Christmas wrapping paper, gift bags, tissue papers, and plastic bags are not recyclable, so please make sure that any of the Christmas wrapping things go into the regular brown container and not into the recycle. And then looking ahead to New Year's, solid waste department will be closed on Friday, December 31st and Saturday, January 1st for the New Year's weekend. Again, once again, same schedule. Friday's garbage and recycling will be picked up on Wednesday. This would be Wednesday, December 29th. So again, please place your containers out Tuesday evening as those trucks can't be rerouted. If you have any questions, please call the solid waste department at 605-353-8542. Thanks and have a great holiday.
Really great information, Commissioner Bragg.
Good
That's,
stuff. Good stuff.
That's solid, that was
Good stuff.
solid. Seeing no other information tonight, it's closed. We're done.